Clarion Skyroom and Rooftop Experience, Helsinki's sky-high social club. Perched atop the sleek 16-floor Clarion Hotel Helsinki in Jätkäsaari, the Skyroom Bar offers one of the most elevated perspectives on Helsinki's skyline. With floor-to-ceiling glass walls, it's a modern observatory. Watch cloud breaks hit Market Square, ferry smoke drift above the harbour, or the 17th-century fortress silhouette of Suomenlinna glowing at dusk. This is not just a rooftop, it's a curated social scene. Scandinavian chic interiors, curated local art, and mood-lit lounges make for a cosmopolitan backdrop. Expert bartenders craft inventive cocktails and mocktails. On weekends, the space pulses with filtered beats and friendly crowds. On the same rooftop level, access the spa facilities, rooftop pool, 2 saunas, and lounge terraces. Locals rate them highly, describing epic sea views, serene swim sessions, and sauna ritual wrapped in icy Baltic breezes. As you approach this striking building, you'll immediately be drawn to its pristine white facade and the distinctive green domes towering dramatically above the city skyline. Designed by architect Carl Ludwig Engel, the cathedral is a masterpiece of neoclassical architecture, featuring balanced proportions, grand columns, and a layout inspired by ancient Roman temples. Its central dome is surrounded by 4 smaller domes, giving the building its unique and harmonious silhouette. Construction began in 1830 and was completed in 1852, taking over 2 decades to realize Engel's ambitious vision. The cathedral was originally named St. Nicholas's Church in honor of Tsar Nicholas I, as Finland was then an autonomous part of the Russian Empire. After Finland declared independence in 1917, the church was renamed Helsinki Cathedral, reflecting the country's new national identity. This magnificent church has borne witness to numerous significant historical events, from state funerals and royal visits to national commemorations and celebrations, cementing its role as a vital part of Finland's cultural heritage. Step inside, and you'll find a serene interior marked by elegant simplicity and impressive architectural harmony. The cathedral can accommodate up to 1,300 visitors, and its peaceful ambience invites reflection and tranquility. Notable features include the altarpiece painted by Carl Timoleon von Neff and the statues of the reformers Martin Luther, Philip Melanchthon, and Mikhail Agricola. Don't miss the chance to climb the cathedral's iconic 46 broad steps. At the top, you'll be rewarded with breathtaking panoramic views of Helsinki, providing the perfect vantage point for memorable photographs. Throughout the year, Helsinki Cathedral serves as a vibrant center of city life, hosting various events, concerts, and services that draw both locals and tourists alike. Particularly noteworthy is the festive season when the cathedral forms the enchanting backdrop for the city's Christmas celebrations, its facade illuminated and adding a magical glow to the winter evenings. Whether you're interested in history, architecture, or simply experiencing the heartbeat of Helsinki, the cathedral offers something truly special. As you stand before this remarkable building, you're not just seeing a magnificent structure, you're connecting with a deep part of Finnish history and culture. Welcome to Helsinki's Market Square, or Kaupatori, a lively, open-air plaza that pulses with local flavor, culture, and the salty scent of the Baltic Sea. Located right at the edge of the South Harbour, Market Square is one of Helsinki's most iconic public spaces. Here, the city meets the sea. From early morning until late afternoon, it offers a changing, colourful rhythm that captures the essence of everyday Finnish life. At sunrise, fishing boats dock along the quay, their crews unloading the morning's catch, often fresh Baltic herring, a beloved Finnish staple. As the sun rises higher, the square comes alive with the aroma of hot coffee, fresh salmon soup, grilled sausages, and cloudberry crepes. Steam rises from open-air kitchens, drawing both locals and tourists alike for a warm meal by the water. The market is famous for its stalls filled with seasonal produce, wild berries, mushrooms, handmade crafts, Lapland knitwear, and souvenirs ranging from birchwood utensils to Moomin mugs. Vendors are often happy to chat, share tips, or haggle gently over prices, though always with a smile. Built in its current form in the early 1800s, Market Square has long been a trading hub. Historically, it was the site for major civic events, royal visits, and national celebrations. In the 19th century, steamships from Stockholm and St. Petersburg would unload not just passengers, but also news, fashion, and foreign spices that added an international flair to Helsinki's growing capital. A short walk from the Presidential Palace and City Hall, the square is a perfect starting point for exploring the city's historical centre. From here, you can catch a ferry to Suomenlinna Sea Fortress, or simply enjoy the open views of the harbour, where icebreakers and sailboats share space with tourist ferries. One thing to watch out for? The ever-hungry seagulls. These fearless birds are known to swoop down for unattended pastries, so keep an eye on your snacks. Whether you're sipping hot coffee by the water, shopping for reindeer hides, or simply taking in the coastal energy of the city, Market Square offers a taste of Helsinki's daily life at its most authentic.
Embark from downtown to discover 4 distinct islands in Helsinki's archipelago.
Lonna Island. Just a 10-minute ferry ride from Market Square, Lonna has undergone a dramatic transformation from a naval mine depot and demagnetization station to a stylish summer retreat. In the 19th century, it stored gunpowder and mines. During World War II, ships were demagnetized here to prevent triggering magnetic mines.
Isosari Island.
A larger, wilder island reached by a 30-minute ferry, Isosari is steeped in military legacy. Once home to heavy coastal artillery batteries, built 1913 to 1915, and a World-War-II-era prison camp where over 300 prisoners perished. Open to the public in 2017, today it features 2 beaches, 3 shore saunas, restaurants. It's raw and rugged, a military ghost island turned open-air museum. Expect atmospheric ruins, sweeping sea views, and shoreline saunas. Pihlajasaari Island. Connected twin islands about 15 minutes by ferry, Pihlajasaari is often called Helsinki's holiday island. Sandy and rocky beaches, shaded forest groves, herb-rich meadows, and a 2-kilometre trail lined with historic villas. A family-friendly main beach, children's playground, kiosk and showers, plus a summer restaurant. One island even boasts a naturist beach, ideal for a sun-drenched picnic and swim. Effortless and upbeat, bring food, friends, and a towel for a day of relaxation. Each island layers nature with narrative, accessible escapes where salt air, foliage, and sea reshape the city rhythm. Choose your pace, sauna, history, or sunshine, all within Helsinki's splash. Welcome to the Kamppi Chapel of Silence, one of Helsinki's most quietly powerful landmarks, offering stillness in the middle of the city's constant motion. Nestled in Narinkatori, one of Helsinki's busiest squares, this small, oval-shaped chapel was opened in 2012 as part of the World Design Capital Year. Designed by K2S architects, the building's smooth, windowless exterior is constructed from warm Finnish spruce, giving it the appearance of a sculptural cocoon set gently amid urban bustle. The chapel was never intended for religious services or sermons. It's a space for silence, reflection, and mental rest. Step inside, and the noise of trams, foot traffic, and daily life vanishes. The interior is softly lit, made of alderwood, and designed to absorb sound, creating a calm and meditative atmosphere. Despite its modest size, the Chapel of Silence has become one of the city's most meaningful public spaces. Visitors of all backgrounds are welcome, whether seeking spiritual pause, emotional clarity, or a few minutes of peace during a busy day. Staff from various religious and social organizations are present, but the focus is always on listening, not preaching. The building has received international acclaim for its design and its mission, winning several architecture awards and being featured in global exhibitions on urban space and wellness. In a world that often celebrates speed and noise, the Kamppi Chapel invites you to stop, breathe, and simply be. It's a modern sanctuary that reminds us that even in the busiest places, peace is always possible.
Lauttasaari, Helsinki's island retreat. Just 3 km west of downtown Helsinki, Lauttasaari, literally Ferry Island, is a 3.8558-kilometer green oasis, balancing urban life and wilderness. Walk or cycle along forested trails, past rocky shoreline pools and sandy beaches. The sandy casino beach offers beach volleyball, basketball courts, outdoor gym, and lifeguarded fun from June to August. Lauttasaari is primarily residential, but delights locals and visitors alike. Public beaches, playgrounds, marinas, boardwalks, and picnic cliffs lie next to elegant 1950s-era housing and new waterfront apartments. The island's 2 metro stations and excellent bus connections make it easily accessible. The island's highest point, Milikallio or Kotkavuori, provides panoramic views across the Gulf of Finland and the Helsinki skyline. The southern Vatuniemi Beach and Sports Park, once a popular folk park from the 1920s, still hosts families, swimmers, and playgrounds across summer months. In the 1500s, the island was farmland. A ferry linked it to Helsinki in the early 20th century, and the 1935 bridge to Ruoholahti helped spark its transformation into a villa and apartment suburb. During wartime, its hills hosted anti-aircraft batteries. A WW-era cannon remains at Veijaarivuori as a quiet memorial. Lauttasaari has its own identity and community spirit, a voluntary fire brigade since 1916, an active literature library since 1932, abundant playgrounds, sports fields, and swimming pools. Linnanmäki Amusement Park, Finland's oldest and most beloved theme park, where laughter, thrills, and nostalgia come together on a hilltop overlooking Helsinki. Opened in 1950, Linnanmäki is much more than a place for rides and games. It was founded by 6 child welfare organizations, and to this day, the park is operated by the non-profit Children's Day Foundation. Every ticket sold helps support children's health and well-being across Finland. So when you ride the roller coasters, you're also contributing to a good cause. Linnanmäki offers a vibrant mix of old-school charm and modern adrenaline. Its most iconic ride is the wooden roller coaster Vuoristorata, built in 1951 and still operated with a brakeman on board. For generations, it's been the heart-pounding favorite of Finnish families. Beyond the coasters, there are over 40 rides ranging from gentle carousels and teacups to thrilling drops and spinning pendulums. One highlight is the free entry panoramic observation tower, which provides sweeping views of the city skyline, Töölönlahti Bay, and the surrounding islands, perfect for catching your breath between rides. The park also features carnival games, cotton candy stands, street performers, arcades, and live entertainment throughout the summer. The atmosphere is always cheerful and family-friendly, whether you're visiting with kids or reliving childhood memories. Each autumn, Linnanmäki transforms during the Carnival of Light, when dazzling illuminations and nighttime shows light up the park, creating a magical end to the season. Whether you're here for the nostalgia, the views, or the rush of a roller coaster, Linnanmäki is more than just an amusement park. It's a Helsinki tradition filled with joy, purpose, and unforgettable moments. Nuuksio National Park, wilderness at Helsinki's doorstep. Just 30 kilometers west of Helsinki, Nuuksio National Park sprawls across 20 kilometers of forests, rugged cliffs, and over 80 sparkling lakes. Formed as land rose from the Ice Age's retreat more than 9,000 years ago, the park's topography of gorges and eskers is both dramatic and timeless. At the crossroads of boreal coniferous and mixed forests, Nuuksio is home to towering spruces, ancient oaks, and a vivid understory alive with mosses, fungi, and wildflowers, like hepatica in spring. It shelters endangered species, Siberian flying squirrels, European nightjars, woodlarks, as well as moose and elusive deer. Nuuksio offers 8 marked hiking loops, 1.517 kilometers, plus 30 kilometers of biking, and 22 kilometers of equestrian paths. Iconic routes like the Kolpinkierros Loop and Mahisinkierros feature rugged rock ridges, peatland boardwalks, and lakeside vistas. In summer hike to rocky lookouts, paddle quiet lakes,
forage for mushrooms and berries, or spot wildlife in the Finnish nature centre Haltia. In winter, glide across snowshoe and ski trails, tackle downhill slopes at nearby Solvalla, try kick-sledging, curling on frozen lakes, or even pet reindeer at the park's reindeer centre. At the park's entrance, Haltia is Finland's flagship nature centre. Here you can rent equipment like fat bikes, tents, or snowshoes and enjoy immersive exhibitions on Finnish wilderness. It's an educational touchpoint and cozy starting point for any visit. Established in 1994, Nuuksio is one of Helsinki's green lungs, offering a vital retreat for 500,000 annual visitors. It showcases Finland's spirit of accessible wilderness and environmental stewardship, where nature thrives and people come alive. Nuuksio tells a story of deep time, conservation, and accessible nature, proof that wilderness belongs to us all. Tucked beside the harbour just next to Market Square, this elegant iron and glass structure is one of the city's most beloved culinary landmarks. Step through its wooden doors and you're greeted with a delicious fusion of aromas: smoky reindeer meat, licorice truffles, fresh rye bread, spiced coffee, and aged cheeses, all mingling under its vaulted ceiling. Designed by architect Gustav Nyström, the old market hall was built to bring order and hygiene to the city's growing trade of meats and perishables. Its architecture, a blend of red brick, detailed ironwork, and expansive skylights, reflects the late 19th century belief in beauty through function. It was Helsinki's first official indoor market, and it has remained in continuous use ever since. Inside, the hall is a mosaic of tradition and trend. Family-run delicatessens share space with new wave espresso bars and craft beer taps. Locals on lunch break queue for warm herring sandwiches or bowls of creamy salmon soup, while visitors sample Finnish specialties like bear sausage, cloudberry jam, or smoked vendace. Beyond food, the hall is a cultural crossroads. Finnish, Swedish, English, and other languages fill the air as people from all walks of life mingle in the narrow aisles. Despite modern renovations, the space retains its nostalgic charm: original counters, century-old signage, and that unmistakable hum of daily market life. Whether you come for a quick bite or a deep taste of Finland's culinary history, Vanha Kaupahalli delivers. It's not just a market. It's a memory-making experience in the heart of the city, where the past and present meet over a plate of something unforgettable. Ruoholahti, canal and kayaks, Helsinki's urban waterway escape. Once a shipping and industrial hub, Ruoholahti was redeveloped in the 1990s. A shallow canal, lined by modern residential blocks, cranes, and tree-fringed promenades, was dug to anchor the district in its maritime heritage. Today, the canal evokes a calm, countryside-like charm, where boats and kayaks glide beneath pedestrian bridges, even within city centre limits. In summer, enthusiasts launch kayaks, canoes, paddleboards, and even rented rowboats into the tranquil canal. It's beginner-friendly, low-current water, ideal for relaxed paddling amid urban scenery. Guided tours like Natura Vivas allow paddlers to drift past landmarks, bridges, parks, and waterfront cafes, offering fresh perspectives on Helsinki's architecture. A nighttime midnight sun kayak excursion adds a magical touch to the experience. Stroll along the canal's promenade, and you'll pass docked boats, locals lounging by the water's edge, and flower-draped bridges. It's a slice of serene daily life, people eating ice cream, rowing, or sitting under lamplit trees in the evening. The canal perfectly balances community calm and urban convenience. Welcome to Senate Square, the historic heart of Helsinki, where Finland's fascinating story comes vividly to life. As you step onto the wide cobblestoned plaza, you're immediately surrounded by stunning neoclassical architecture, an elegant vision crafted by architect Carl Ludvig Engel in the early 19th century. Engel had a mission to transform Helsinki into a worthy European capital, a city of grandeur and grace. His vision resulted in one of Europe's most beautiful public squares. Dominating the scene is the magnificent Helsinki Cathedral, known locally as Helsingin Tuomiokirkko. Its pristine white facade and striking green domes rise dramatically above the square, making it Helsinki's most iconic landmark. Completed in 1852, it took nearly 30 years to build. Today,
It's a symbol not just of religious faith, but of Finnish national identity. Climb the 46 broad steps for breathtaking views of the city and harbour. Long before becoming the vibrant plaza we see today, Senate Square was originally a graveyard during the Swedish era, reminding us of the layers of history beneath our feet. Historically, Senate Square has witnessed pivotal moments in Finland's past. In 1917, tens of thousands gathered here to celebrate Finland's declaration of independence from Russia, marking a profound turning point in the nation's history. In 1952, the square hosted celebrations as Helsinki welcomed athletes from around the world for the Summer Olympics, highlighting Finland's place on the global stage. To your right, the pale yellow government palace stands dignified and elegant. Built originally for the Finnish Senate in 1822, it continues today as the workplace of Finland's Prime Minister and the headquarters of government ministries. Imagine the historic decisions made behind these walls, shaping Finland's path through independence and into modern democracy. To your left, the University of Helsinki's main building completes Engel's carefully balanced architectural composition. Founded in 1640 and relocated to Helsinki in 1829, it represents Finland's commitment to education, science, and culture. Its presence here underscores the ideals of enlightenment and progress that have guided the country's development. At the very heart of the square stands the striking bronze statue of Tsar Alexander II, unveiled in 1894. Originally honoring the Russian emperor for his reforms and modernization of Finland, the statue gradually took on a deeper significance. During the challenging years of Russian rule and subsequent Russification, Finnish people used this monument as a quiet form of protest, placing flowers at its feet to symbolize their resilience and yearning for independence. Senate Square also has a vibrant cultural life year-round. In December, the square transforms dramatically, hosting the famous Helsinki Christmas market, Tuomaan Markkinat. Over 100 cozy wooden stalls, illuminated by festive lights, invite you to savor hot mulled wine, glögi, traditional Finnish delicacies, handcrafted gifts, and a joyful atmosphere that attracts thousands from across the globe. And if you find yourself here in early January, don't miss Lux Helsinki. This annual festival bathes the cathedral and surrounding buildings in mesmerizing colors and patterns, a dazzling light display designed to brighten the Finnish winter darkness and captivate visitors of all ages. Throughout the year, street musicians and artists gather here, their music and creativity echoing softly off the historical facades. Whether it's the gentle melodies of a violinist or the lively rhythm of street performances, the square is always filled with life and charm. So as you explore Senate Square, remember, you're not merely standing in a picturesque location, you're standing at the crossroads of Finnish history, culture, and everyday life. A place where the past gracefully meets the present. Welcome to the Sibelius Monument, a tribute to Finland's most beloved composer, Jean Sibelius, whose music helped shape the nation's identity in the 20th century. Located in Helsinki's Turku district, within Sibelius Park, the monument is one of the city's most photographed landmarks. Designed by Finnish sculptor Aila Hiltunen and unveiled in 1967, it's both a work of art and a sound sculpture. From afar, it resembles a frozen wave or a cluster of organ pipes suspended in motion. Up close, you'll find over 600 hollow steel tubes, each uniquely textured, clustered together like a chorus of metallic voices rising into the sky. The idea was not to create a literal likeness of Sibelius's music, but to capture its spirit, the wildness, the northern stillness, the emotion. When the wind moves through the pipes, you may hear an eerie, otherworldly hum, like the echo of a distant melody carried on Arctic air. Next to the abstract sculpture is a more traditional element, a stainless steel bust of Jean Sibelius himself, watching serenely over the grove. This duality, a modern abstraction paired with a classic portrait, reflects both the avant-garde and nationalist currents in his work. The monument sparked public debate when first unveiled, with some critics questioning its abstract form. But over time, it has become a beloved symbol of Finnish creativity and independence. Hiltunen's work was later recreated in miniature for UNESCO headquarters in Paris. Surrounded by birch trees and bordered by the sea, the monument is a peaceful place for reflection. It's visited not only by music lovers and tourists, but also by locals who come to sit, listen, and remember. Whether you're familiar with Sibelius's symphonies or simply curious about Finnish art and identity, the Sibelius Monument offers a space where sound, sculpture, and national soul meet. Suomenlinna, the castle of Finland, is the sea fortress that stretches across 6 islands just off the coast of Helsinki, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a living community, and a gateway to centuries of Nordic history. Built in the mid-18th century when Finland was part of the Kingdom of Sweden, Suomenlinna, originally named Sveaborg, was designed as a maritime defense against Russian expansion. Construction began in 1748, led by Swedish Admiral Augustin Ehrensvärd, who envisioned not just a fortress, but a fortified town with barracks, shipyards, and thick bastion walls integrated into the island's natural shape. At its peak under Swedish control, the fortress became one of the largest and most modern of its kind in Europe. In 1808, during the Finnish War between Sweden and Russia, Suomenlinna was surrendered to Russian forces after a controversial siege. This marked a turning point in Finnish history, leading to over a century of Russian rule. Under Russian control, the fortress was further developed and served as a strategic base for the Imperial Russian Navy. It played a role in the Crimean War, 1853 to 1856, when it was bombarded by an Anglo-French fleet during the Battle of Suomenlinna, leaving parts of the fortress in ruins. Following Finland's independence in 1917, the fortress was renamed Suomenlinna, meaning Castle of Finland, symbolizing the nation's new sovereignty. The site remained under military control for decades, housing Finnish coastal artillery and serving as a training base. Over time, its military role diminished, and by the 1970s, Suomenlinna began transforming into a civilian district and cultural heritage site. Today, Suomenlinna is home to about 800 residents and a vibrant blend of museums, galleries, parks, and historic buildings. You can explore underground tunnels, climb ramparts overlooking the sea, visit the dry dock, one of the oldest still in use in Europe, or learn about life in the 18th century at the Ehrensvärd Museum. The Suomenlinna Museum offers a deeper dive into its layered past, from Swedish bastion to Russian garrison to Finnish heritage site. The islands are connected by walking paths that take you past cannons, cobblestone courtyards, and seaside cliffs. In summer, locals come to picnic, swim, and attend open-air theatre performances, while winter brings peaceful snowscapes and quiet ferry rides through frozen waters. The 15-minute ferry ride from Market Square is part of the experience, offering postcard views of the Helsinki skyline and the surrounding archipelago. Suomenlinna is accessible year-round and is one of the most popular day trips in Finland. Whether you're a history enthusiast, a nature lover, or simply seeking a break from the city, Suomenlinna offers a unique blend of tranquility, culture, and adventure, just a stone's throw across the bay. Welcome to Ouspensky Cathedral, a striking symbol of Finland's Eastern Orthodox heritage and one of the most distinctive landmarks in Helsinki. Perched on a rocky hilltop on the Katajanoka Peninsula, Ouspensky Cathedral stands tall with its red brick facade, green copper roofs, and gleaming golden cupolas. Designed by Russian architect Alexei Gornostayev, the cathedral was completed in 1868, almost 2 decades after his death. Its name, Ouspensky, refers to the Dormition of the Theotokos, the Orthodox belief in the Virgin Mary's peaceful passing into heaven. The cathedral's architecture is a magnificent example of Russian Byzantine Revival style. Its 13 domes symbolize Christ and the 12 apostles, and its grand, fortress-like exterior reflects both spiritual power and the influence of Eastern traditions. Inside, the atmosphere shifts dramatically. The ornate iconostasis, chandeliers, and vivid frescoes immerse visitors in the rich iconography and ritual beauty of Orthodox worship. Uspensky Cathedral is the largest Orthodox church in Western Europe. It was built at a time when Finland was an autonomous Grand Duchy under Russian rule, and the cathedral served to remind Helsinki's growing population of its political ties to the Russian Empire. Despite changing governments and turbulent histories, the cathedral has remained a house of worship and a monument to multiculturalism in Finland. The cathedral is open to visitors daily and offers free entry. Stepping inside, you may find soft candlelight, the scent of incense, and quiet prayers being whispered in Finnish, Russian, and other languages. It's a place not only of beauty, but of living faith. In summer, the steps outside become a popular lookout point, with views across the harbour and the city skyline. Whether you visit during a religious service, a quiet weekday afternoon, or as the sun sets behind the golden domes, Uspensky Cathedral leaves a lasting impression. As you explore its sacred halls, you connect with centuries of Orthodox tradition and with the diverse spiritual story of Helsinki itself.